Good evening, everybody. You are back with Lyric on the Levels. Thank y'all for tuning in. Again, we are going to go ahead and keep this show rolling on, and we're going to keep progressing. Right now, bringing to you, we have some entertainment news, some news you can't use, some good eats, and all the above. Let's jump right into it. For the first event we have going on today, we're going to talk about the new Georgia policy where they're going to be allowing paddling back in schools. So here's a brief synopsis. A school in Hepzibah, Georgia is drawing national attention after sending consent forms to parents informing them of a new policy using paddling in the form of punishment for students. The Georgia School of Innovation and Classics, a kindergarten through ninth grade and charter school, is bringing back paddling, spanking a child on the behind with a wooden board as a form of discipline. Superintendent Jody Bulini told WRDW that about 100 parents sent the forms back. 1/3 gave the school consent to paddle their child. How do you guys feel about that? Let me give you guys my opinion. With everything going on in society today, with the police brutality, you got the Black Lives Matter movements, you got the KKK, you got the alt-rights, you have people that are just completely losing their minds. Do we think that it is safe to put paddling into schools, especially with the amount of school shootings that has been going on year in and year out, month after month, and we are sitting here telling these kids to stop abusing each other, to stop tearing each other down, stop doing this, stop doing that. Now, when I was growing up, it was okay for my mom and dad to come in and whoop my behind if I did something wrong. I knew I did something wrong. That's how it was. But am I going to send my child, am I okay sending my child to school saying, go ahead and whoop him and send him back home? And then let me know about it later? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not too cool with any of that. I'm damn not sure cool with it at all. I'm just gonna be straight honest with y'all. The reason why I'm not cool with it is because a teacher could be having a bad day. That teacher got 30-something kids in their class, give or take. My child could do something wrong just on one of them days, and all of a sudden, that teacher wanted to just go ahead and start paddling this child. Paddling. And what makes you think that I can't continue to discipline my child in a manner that they need to be disciplined, that gives you an authority to say, I need to paddle your child? How do I know what you're paddling them for is okay with what I would discipline them for paddling? Say my child gets a bad grade in your class. Does that consist of paddling? Say my child decides that you told them to sit down, but they really got to use the bathroom. Now, I told my child at home, hey, if you ask the teacher to go to the bathroom and you really can't hold it anymore and you going to pee on yourself, you got to excuse yourself and go to the bathroom. Now, say you're just having a bad day. You're a teacher. You're just having a bad day and the kids are getting on your nerves. So are you telling me you're going to go ahead and consent to paddling my child because it's a new policy? I don't believe that we should put the authority back into these teachers' hands. Maybe back in the day when they allowed paddling for the older generation, maybe back in that time frame. I can't talk about that time frame. I'm an 80s baby, so I don't know what happened back then and how it went down. I only know stories of it. So back then when they allowed paddling, it was a different type of generation. These kids these days, they're going out and they're getting weapons and coming back. Now you got teachers who's been paddling. I keep saying paddling because I want to be politically correct. I keep saying that word. Now you got teachers that are paddling these children, and this is from kindergarten through ninth. They act like 8th graders, 7th graders, 6th graders, 5th graders, 4th graders, and all of the above haven't been shooting up these schools already. So now you got a kid that's been getting bullied, probably, having a bad day, doing whatever they're doing, going home, getting in trouble, coming to school, getting in trouble, getting whoopings at home, getting whoopings at school, getting beat up here, going through pressure here, and instead of trying to figure out the problem, the first policy you want to do is paddle them. Now, mind you, I do believe some of our kids need that paddling. They need their ass whooped. Let's just say it like that. They do. I don't believe in sparing no rod and spoiling the child and all this. I don't believe in sparing that. My children know that I go ahead and I will whoop them. That's what I would do. If we ever come across some issues that I already told you about, and that's the punishment fits the crime.